Most boys don't remember the moment they realize something was missing. There is no clear memory, no single event, just a quiet understanding that forms over time. Other boys seem to know how to stand, how to speak, how to respond when challenged. And he doesn't. Growing up without a father rarely feels dramatic in childhood. It feels normal. The house is quiet in certain ways. Questions go unanswered. Decisions feel heavier than they should. Psychology shows that identity is not built through explanation. It is built through exposure. Children do not learn how to be by being told. They learn by watching. They watch how adults respond to stress, how they handle anger, how they recover from failure, how they carry responsibility when no one is watching. These moments form a psychological map, and when a father is missing, that map has empty spaces. How absence teaches without words. The absence of a father does not teach directly. It teaches indirectly. The child learns by noticing what does not happen. No demonstration of calm authority, no visible recovery after conflict, no example of strength without aggression. So the boy begins to learn from the environment instead, from reactions, from consequences, from silence. The nervous system asks a simple question very early. What keeps me safe here? The answer becomes behavior. Psychology calls this adaptation, not conscious choice, not personality, adaptation. The boy is not trying to become someone. He is trying to survive emotionally. The first path, becoming invisible. For some boys, safety comes from disappearing, not physically, psychologically. They learn that attention brings pressure, that speaking invites correction, that emotion creates discomfort in others. So they soften, they listen more than they speak, they anticipate reactions, they avoid conflict before it starts. Teachers describe them as polite, adults describe them as easy. Peers barely notice them. Inside, the nervous system stays alert, because visibility once meant risk. Psychology does not call this weakness. It calls it regulation, a system that learned to stay quiet to remain safe. Over time, this adaptation becomes familiar, and familiarity becomes identity. I'm just not confrontational. I don't like conflict. I prefer to keep the peace. But beneath these statements is a much older lesson. Resistance did not change outcomes. When effort does not lead to control, initiative fades. This is not a failure of character. It is learned helplessness, and it is incredibly efficient in childhood. The second path, becoming the adult. Too early, other boys adapt in the opposite direction. Their homes are unstable. A parent is overwhelmed. Money is uncertain. Younger siblings need care. In these environments, chaos feels dangerous. So the boy becomes order. He takes responsibility before he understands it. He monitors moods. He anticipates problems. He becomes reliable. Psychologically, this is called role reversal. The child becomes the stabilizing force. Emotions are postponed. Needs are delayed. Vulnerability is suspended. Reliability becomes identity. Adults praise this. He's mature for his age. He's responsible. He doesn't complain. The nervous system learns something very different here. Rest is unsafe, and so it never fully rests. Years later, this boy becomes an adult who struggles to stop, to receive help, to relax without guilt, to feel without managing. Burnout feels normal. Exhaustion feels earned. Strength becomes obligation. Why these patterns feel permanent. Both adaptations work. That is why they stay. They reduced chaos. They minimized risk. They increased predictability. The nervous system does not update strategies automatically. It repeats what once worked. This is why many men reach adulthood without realizing they are still responding to childhood conditions. They are no longer boys, but their nervous system still is. Psychology emphasizes that behavior is context-dependent. When the context changes, the strategy must change. But that requires awareness. Emotions without a translator. Emotional regulation is learned through observation. Children learn how to feel by watching how adults handle feeling. When emotions are not demonstrated, discussed, or named, they are managed internally, usually through suppression. This does not remove emotion. It delays emotional development. Many men later say they don't feel much, but when asked more carefully, they feel plenty. They just don't recognize it. Emotion exists without language. Anger becomes irritability. Sadness becomes fatigue. Fear becomes control. Nothing is wrong. Something was missing. The moment awareness begins. For many men, awareness begins quietly. Not in crisis, but in repetition. The same conflicts, the same exhaustion, the same relationships ending for reasons they can't fully explain. Something feels outdated. The strategy no longer fits the environment. And this creates discomfort. Psychology views this discomfort not as failure, but as development trying to resume. A signal that the blueprint needs updating. Learning later. What was missed earlier? Human development does not end in childhood. The brain remains adaptable throughout life. New experiences can reshape old patterns, but not through instruction, through exposure. Emotionally regulated men, clear boundaries, safe authority, gradual responsibility, not lectures, models. This is why mentorship matters, not advice, presence. Seeing how another man handles frustration, how he sets boundaries calmly, how he recovers after failure. Observation fills gaps, slowly, quietly. Redefining strength. Psychology does not define strength as dominance, nor as emotional denial. Strength is the ability to remain stable under pressure, to respond instead of react, to rest without guilt, to ask for support without collapse. This strength can be learned at any stage of life, because it was never about age. It was about exposure. The ending that isn't an ending. Growing up without a father does not doom a boy, but it does shape how he adapts. Those adaptations once kept him safe. Now they may need revision. This is not about blame. It is about understanding. Because understanding creates choice, and choice allows development to continue. Not as the boy who adapted, but as the man who chooses.